Hi everyone, Aldbar here, and welcome to this Let's Play. Well, I'll be doing a short Titan flagging guide. Planning to do a whole bunch of raid runs, so helping people get flagged for Titan. So basically I made 3 characters. Each one of these characters is basically a stock iconic. I've got a Shadar Kai, a Trailblazer, and a Blade Forge. And basically I made it so each one of these characters has the potential to solo the Titan raid. So if you want to practice, here's a character you can do. There's no serious prep. Basically, stock character, just by, you might have to get like Thieves Tools or something like minor, so you might have to get a few platinum from running a single quest. But other than that, basically, you can just step in. So here we go. I'm going to start. I'm going to do this character first, and I'm going to show you the flagging process. Now, to get 2 Restless Isles, you can either use the ship, or you'll have to go to the tavern in the harbor, and we're gonna have to do a quest first called Hiding in Plain Sight. So for that, we have got this guy over here. Yes. He sends us to Broadry, tells us to go kill Hasda. So that's the flagging quest. Make sure you talk to him about the Twilight Forge. Yes. And now he sends us into a quest. I'm going to be doing this on casual because for flagging you don't need to do anything in difficult. And since this character is not really set up for difficult, yeah. Now the gimmick of this character is I'm using Fade Arc Illusionist so I can stay centered.
Boot tracks lead to this wall and then stop abruptly.
For healing, I have Cure Moderate Wounds, so it's okay, and also I've got Vigor. So basically those are my heals. Since Cure Moderate Wound is an SLA, and I have, well, I get extra spell points once I drop below 10, so technically I never run out of it. And that's what you need for doing the raid. Now, the main rule that we're going to keep on repeating when it comes to these quests is, generally speaking, when in doubt, go to the right. But this one quest has like an exception to it, so I'm going to get the exception out of the way, and that's it.
Red-robed agents of the Aurum block your progress.
So yeah, right over here we get to a shrine.
Broken, you are free to proceed into the sewers.
Pull this lever. That's it. From now on, any place we go, if you're not sure, go right. Anytime there's an intersection. So that's it.
You hear the sounds of battle from up ahead.
Intersection, go right. Unfortunately, because of all the things I have to cram into this build, it doesn't really run very fast, but whatever.
Wet footprints lead up the steps to the northern wall.
Yes, if you would run to that end, it's just a dead end. You would have to come back here, so. I'm not counting dead ends when it comes to taking turns. These are dead ends anyways, but we're going right.
Judging from the thick cobwebs in the hallway beyond, this gate was closed for good reason. The sounds of scurrying rats are gone now.
There's 2 levers we need to pull over here so we can move on. Find them first. Kill all this trash. It's getting on my nerve. This character plays like a monk. So you have positive attacks and you stack up positive healing, and you can do the finishing move for healing. But you don't have to. You can just use you can just keep on casting a spell, a positive spell, Cure Moderate. And you should be fine. Where's the second switch? How did I miss it? I don't know. There we go. And this opens up the way for us.
The cold water below looks uninviting, but it's the only way through. Debris litters the water.
This character doesn't have underwater action by default, so you might want to get yourself something that gives you underwater action for later. Pick up any item you can swap to. Also, this underwater section is kind of linear. There's only like one place to go. And because I'm a monk, I have evasion.
These blades are powerful enough to cut you to ribbons.
You don't have to pull this lever.
You turn
I
the
just like
rusted
to.
valve and shut down the blades in the drainage pipes.
This ladder is one of those painful ladders that can make you keep on glitching. It's kind of hard to catch onto it.
Water drips from your body as you climb out from the water.
Also, hey, look at this. I love showing that off. Again, we try to go here. For that, we need to pull the switch.
Smells fresh and clean. An entrance to the outdoors must be close.
And don't worry about getting lost, that's a dead end. Anyways, you know what I said, go right?
This must be how Hazadil moves his cargo. Right under the nose of
That's
the
just a dead
harbor
room, but whatever.
Agents of the Aurum are
Here's where we need to go.
overseeing Hazadil's crew. But for what purpose?
You'll notice that these characters don't really have, I don't really have any action boost,
Storm reaches
so to
Prime
speak.
Lord slumps to the floor, dead.
Finish the quest, you have to pick up what's inside of this chest. It's a book.
Return this book
There you go.
to Baudry. Perhaps
6
he
minutes.
can shed some
I've done
light
it in 5
on its
already.
contents.
Oh, collapse portable. This is why you always loot chests. Okay, I'll show you now what's up next. Okay, basically you go back to Baudry. No, sorry, that's not what I meant. Twilight Forge. And he's going to send us back to the tavern, and that's where we're going to complete hiding in plain sight, and that will get us the rest of the way flagged for Twilight Forge. Well, flagged for Restless Isles. Mystical Vessel. I always look for these for crafting. And no, I've never used one ever. I'm just collecting them for the fun. Okay. Now let's head out to the marketplace. And if we go to the back of the marketplace, right next to the auctioneer, we have the access to Restless Isles. Again, if you want to get to the Restless Isles, you can just go to the ship, talk to the teleporter guy, and if you go all the way to the bottom of his options, we'll give you extra locations, and then the second location on that list is right after Three Barrel Cove is, well, Restless Isles. Mind you, Restless Isles has a instant death mechanic if you fall off, so not falling off. Well, and that's it. We made it to Restless Isles, so let's do the second character now. Pick it up with the second character. Actually, you know what? Sorry. First, I'll show you how to talk to this guy. My bad. Yes, this guy over here has a clear chalice over his head. Talk to him anyways. Now, it gives you 3 options. If you can beat one of these options, I don't know, intimidate. If not, you can just, I'll pay gold up front. $5,000, fine. Eventually I got my way into, I got a yellow chalice. And now we can start doing the quests. There you go. Now I've got the quest. This guy we'll talk to later. Basically what we need are 2 halves of a sigil. We're going to do 2 flagging quests, and each one will give us a half a sigil. Then we talk to him, we'll combine it, and that will give us the sigil that will permanently flag us for Twilight Forge. So you're going to only be flagged on that character who has the sigil, and it's all down to the character. So we're going to do the quest now, and whatever. We'll do one quest with one character, the other quest with the other character. Let me out. Man, this is annoying when this happens. There we go. Okay. This guy, we're going to do the flagging quest number 1. Okay, so remember what we said about going right? Fine. We're going to stay to that rule also. Everything about Restless Isles, once you get to Restless Isles, basically, when in doubt, just go right, okay? If you have a path, stick to the path. No path, go. If there's an intersection, go right, okay? In this particular case, okay, there's 3 places where you can end up. You can end up either at flagging quest number 1, so slaves, servants of the Overlord. I think that's what it's called. And then the second place is Twilight Forge, and the third place is Bring Me the Head of Golafan. So if you always go right, you'll get to the first quest. If you go 1 left and then continue going right, you'll get to Twilight Forge. And if you go 2 lefts and then continue going right, you'll get to the second flagging quest. So right now we're going to do the first option, who's go all right. If you're wondering what the gimmick of this build is, well, this build is a Pale Master Monk. Here's the first place where you have an intersection, and over here we need to go right. Well, unfortunately, these things are locked. So you have 2 ways of getting past it. Either you can pick the lock, which you should be able to do, because after all, you're going to need to pick it later. But if not, if you just go out of your way a little bit, you'll find an ogre who's got a key. So, and if you, let's say if you just didn't have a key, for some reason you can't pick the lock, you would go up that ladder, kill an ogre, and come back down and stay on your path. I really don't want these oozes to break my weapon, so whatever. And yeah, this one is also a monk. I'm using a short sword. I'm using the whatever it's called, Ninja Spy, to make myself be able to be centered while using a short sword. The short sword just comes from Barovia. I did Into the Mists on casual, or on normal, I don't remember, and just got my freebie weapon, and that was that. Okay, this stuff's gotta die. Come on, just die already. I didn't bother to get myself a ooze weapon. I'm just... Whatever. Okay, fine, let's get out. Okay, another thing you'll run into is you have locked gates, where to get past the gate, you gotta kill everything, so that's what's going on over here. To get up here, you can actually do a long jump. I like the fact that despite me being in a lich form, I can still use the healing ability that I get from the monk. Also, because I'm Shade Archai, I can use the chain attack. This build should work one-to-one with Deep Gnome, because it's a combination of Wizard, Rogue, and Monk. So that's an option also. The reason I went with Shade Archai is, well, first of all, I get myself all the items that I need. That means all the trapping items. Or you don't have to go to the auction house and find a open lock item. And the other thing is, well, I get an extra cleave attack from the chain attack. I haven't spent any action points in the enhancement tree, so that doesn't make a difference. I think the rare encounters in Restless Isles seem to be that they always spawn. That's how it feels, at least. Because so far, every time I've been past here, this scorpion has spawned. Which, to be honest, makes sense because nobody runs these rares. And if you have to run through this nightmare just to farm a rare, that's torture. Yeah, so basically it's linear. There's only like one place to go, and every once in a while you run into a intersection, in which case, well, you go right. Some extra loot here. Come on, just roll good once. These rolls are crazy. And yes, I haven't invested in like a +5 set of tools, so even that I don't have. Of course, if you're doing this and you want to pass gear from a different character, you'd do much better. Some actual proper gear, trapper's gear, will help you out a lot. But also, I wouldn't recommend doing anything more difficult than normal. That wasn't the point of this build. The point of this build was to be able to solo Titan, and it made a lot of compromises to make it viable, and that's it. It wasn't meant to be OP or something. Where your typical OP character can't solo Titan because it's missing certain key elements. This character can, but it doesn't mean that it's very strong. This character already has a whirlwind attack, and it has the cleave that you get from whatever it's called, the melee caster tree, whatever it's called. Not Archmage, the other one. Eldritch Knight, yeah. So basically, I put 1 point in that tree just so I can get Eldritch Knight, the Eldritch Knight cleave. Single weapon attack is not very good against hordes of monsters. Okay, intersection, go right. Use another intersection. Well, that's just a dead end. I picked up a key before, so I can just open this. Go always first for the mystics. They're casting and healing. I took extend meta magic because the death aura just doesn't last long enough. Well, intersection, go right. I can tell you ahead of time that this happens to be a dead end, but as you'll see, you see right away it's a dead end. There's nowhere to go here. It's just, yeah, go back. And then you continue to, well, go right. Intersection, you can go right. Again, this is just a dead end room. I'm not strong enough to do this door. Fine, let's truth is I have buffs. I can rage and probably break the door, but whatever. This chest drops a jeweled key, but you don't need it. To be honest, I don't remember what it goes for. And I don't care enough to check. Yeah, if you would take one of these characters and actually level it up, you would gain tons and tons of what's it called? You could actually get way more spell points and stuff. Anyway, to get up on this mound, well, over here is probably the shortest way, but you can go around also if you can't make the jump. And yeah, talk to the guy over here, and we get the quest. As you can see, I already did it with this character. Now, coming down over here, be very careful. If you hit the side of this mountain, you can hit like where it shoots you down, and you can slide right off the edge and die. So just be careful not to hit the edge. Okay, so where do you think we're going now? Well, we're gonna stick to the right because that's all we do. Yeah, so Servants of the Overlord and Golafen are like on the edges, while Titan's right in the middle. They're like sandwiched in between them. So Servants of the Overlord, if you step into the wilderness area, you'll see on the first thing you run into is a wild man, who is the hint that the first quest, one on the right, is, well, Servants of the Overlord. Then there'll be the next one will have the ogre. Tells you that's bring me the head of Golafen, and right in the middle is Twilight Forge. So Twilight Forge is one left and then all right, and Golafen is two lefts and then all right. And this one is the first one, so all right. Yes, and we're doing it on casual because why would you do anything more difficult? I mean, this is not a character meant for this. Of course, you can do this with a proper character, but that wasn't the goal of this video.
Wails from deep within the mines. Could they really be the voices of the dead?
Yet again, this quest is very linear, and anytime there's an intersection, we're gonna go right. There's a lot of like short dead ends. You can just ignore them, but if you're not sure, you can always go in and you'll find out they're a dead end. But generally speaking, you can see it's a dead end. Okay, intersection, we're supposed to go right. It's locked. We need to go get a key. We're gonna continue straight. We don't have any choice. On both sides of these holes are rooms. These are all just like tiny little rooms with some mobs inside. You can ignore it.
The mind flayer
got a mind flayer eating one of his victims.
Fools, how dare you interrupt my meal?
One of the big weaknesses of this particular character is that he doesn't have a lot of charisma. I could just, get a charisma item, but he has no charisma whatsoever. And the mind flayers are kind of scary because of that, so I need to make sure that I use restoration. Part of my monk abilities allow me to get restoration. When I attack things, then I use my monk heal. Gives me restoration. This room was empty. I mean, optional, but whatever. You kill the ogres in the quest, it makes all the miners docile. Keep that in mind. Yeah, big map. Don't worry about it. This room, well, other than the collectible on the side, we're just gonna go through it. There's randomly placed traps all over this dungeon. So, just beware. Okay, intersection. Left, right, or center? Well, we go right. There are two main objectives in this quest. One is kill these guys, the blue ogre magi, and the other one is to kill the mind flayers. Just a total of 3 mind flayers and 5 ogre magi. Okay. Got to an intersection, go right. Now when you get to the shaft, do not jump down. Please just stick on the path.
Slaves chip away at the crystals while the ogres bark commands at them. The awful heat rising from the bottom of this shaft only adds to their misery.
There's nowhere to go over here. Path goes through these traps. Note about these guys over here. If you're trying to do this quest and you don't want to kill too many of these guys, if you want optional XP, the way you get them to stop activating the trap is by hitting them without killing them. That's it. Once you attack them once, they start using the trap. So you can make them stop without killing them. Okay, moving on. Intersection. We go right. Because I said it already. Way too many times.
The ogre mage's eyes.
Note about these guys. Be very careful that you actually kill them. Because what happens sometimes is they disappear. You think, oh, I got this interaction, and you run on. And then they spawn back in. You're like, nope. Now I have to go look for which one of them in the dungeon you didn't kill. That's super oppressive. Okay, back to the central shaft. Make sure you stick on the path. Don't skip. Follow the ladders. This optional chest has the potential to drop a quarterstaff. That is one of the weirdest items because, well, it has +5 UMD, but +5 UMD is useless on a quarterstaff because it's not like you can hold it in your offhand and use some item in your right hand. So it's like pointless. But it does have a true seeing clicky, so that's one thing to keep in mind. I think there might be also a belt of a mystic who is basically a belt, who's a shield clicky that has 2 charges. It drops from there. Again, we're going to go right because we always go right here. I mean, because we always go right in this quest. We're faced over here with another one of the mind flayers.
Speech invades your mind. Slaves, kill the surface dwellers.
Make sure to check behind the throne. There's chest, loot, or whatever. I don't think there's any named loot inside over here. Collectible. Yeah, the only problem with this character is eventually you'll run out of spell points and you won't be able to use Death Lure anymore. That room I skipped over there is just a dead end. I skipped it anyways because I went to the right. Ooh, I got 3 XP. I'm not sure for what, but I got. This room, you can just cross the room, so no jumping down. Okay, intersection. You want to guess which way we're going to go? There's an optional beholder there, but we'll get him later. This is one big loop, but again, we
The
go to the
beholder
right.
hisses as you approach it.
Again, intersections, go right. If I sound like a broken record, that is because exactly that.
The ogre boss snarls, intent on cleaving.
If you come out of this place with one thing and you're stuck in your mind, that going right when you complete this quest, I've succeeded. Kill 5 ogres and 3 mind flayers and you'll be done. That was it. Again, make sure you kill them and they don't pop up as soon as you leave. Intersection, go right. I'm gonna rest. Of course, like you always, if you're enjoying this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you. This character comes by default with light armor, which I can't use if I want to be centered, so I just picked up the first robe that I got. Just to have something. We're gonna go right, but the beholder saw me, so. Hey look, an intersection, go right.
Laughs as you approach him. The slaves of Boss Urfal curse his name as the slave driver is defeated.
You don't have to go in here, there's just a collectible, so that's why I'm doing it. People set up bots that make it so as soon as you log into the game on a new character, they send you a tell with, "Oh hi, do you want to join my guild?" It's so annoying. Okay, let's continue down. Basically, we're gonna follow the path, the walkway. Another ladder. Another ladder. Okay. Okay, now once I dismount this ladder, right in front of me I have 2 options. I can either follow the path and go down, or I can take a ladder. Which way should I go? Well, one of them is to the right, so right. Anyway, this is kind of like the end of the quest. If you weren't sure and you went the wrong way, you'd come back and do this one after.
The slave driver waves a haunch of meat at his slaves and yells, "No fight."
Okay, see this
no
guy just
food."
disappeared? If I don't kill him, I won't complete the quest objective. Well, got him. Collectible. Okay, and now, well, that was the ladder we came from before, and we're going to the right. Option to stay on the path or to go down. Well, that's left, and we're going right, so. Totally missed that hit. Whatever. I don't know what I'm buffing.
You hear an evil voice echoing in your thoughts. Excellent. Now let the feasting begin.
Okay, that was it. We've completed this quest. This chest is very important. You can get a ring over here who can cast Raise Dead, which is very valuable. Also, there's like a little collectible behind. If you pick this up, this will give you an optional shortcut later. So 12 minutes, not bad at all. We're not done yet. We have to turn in the quest. This little figurine is what we got. You don't really need it, but you can use it for an optional. Okay, we've left the quest. We have to turn it in now to finish the flagging. So, do you remember the way there? That's right, you go right. I know we went the other way, but trust me, just go right. Look what we have over here. There's a guide. If you talk to the guide, it will send you right to the quest giver. What he gives you for your trouble is this. A shattered sigil. Okay, that's what you get. You get one half of it, of the complete sigil, and that's actually what we're here for. Also, once you've completed the quest, you can now talk to these guys, and they'll allow you to repair and sell. I also don't have any items to give me a negative spell power. So everything you're watching is just with the stock items. Okay, and at this point you recall out, and you can go back in on the other side now. Okay, one quest down, and now to the last one. All three characters now. Okay, fine. So, as we said before already, there's totally to the right, there's a center, and then there's the left. Well, the left path, which is two lefts, and then start going right. So, let's do it. So, two lefts, and then a right. And then we're going to go right. See, again, like I told you, the wild man is the first one you see because he's the one who's totally to the right. And then the next one we're going to see is going to be the ogre. These ogre guides only let you use them if you have the quest taken. If somebody gets to the quest and shares it, other players can jump straight to there. And yeah, this is the other one, so. Yeah, basically, if you are on path with the quest and you talk to one of those guys, he'll send you right to the quest giver. I think to the quest giver. Could be closer to the quest, I'm not sure. Okay, the gimble with this particular character is, well, he's using light armor, meaning he's not centered. So this is not playing like a monk at all. He's just a straight up 2-weapon fighter. And I use Reconstruct to like fully heal myself in one shot. And the only thing is it's an SLA, and eventually I'll run out of spell points. And for that I have an Artificer ability who gives me temporary spell points. So I never ever run out of spell points when it comes to, even if I get to the Echoes of Power, I still don't have enough spell points to cast the temporary spell points to then cast the Reconstruct. So it looks something like this. I select myself using F1. Right underneath that I press the number 2 key, who casts this on me. And now I've got 28 extra temporary spell points, so it's going to last until this runs out. And now if I hit the Reconstruct, bam, fully fill up my hit points. Well, intersection. There's the second intersection. We took one left, and now we have to do another one. So that's it. And from now on, all right. You don't have to kill all this trash, but if you don't, you'll get a red dungeon alert to drive you crazy. Won't let you move. Ogre Exterminator. I got a key from killing some ogres on the way. Second intersection. This is already my third intersection. From now on, we said, going only right. Okay, here we come to a lot of these gates where you have to kill things, and if you don't, well, that's the key to opening up the gate, killing ogres. Yeah, I would say out of the 3 builds, this is probably the most straightforward build. But I do plan on making a video or a post explaining each one of the builds, how to make it. But you might not have the necessary things for it. You can pick these locks, but I don't know if I have enough, whatever, I don't need to get into this room. You only need to get past the gates, not past locked doors. Like this. Well, let's see if I can pick it. If not, I'll go get a key. Would I need like a 40? Well, good enough. I'll just go back up the first mine shaft, go outside, find some of these guys, get a key, and come back down. Backtrack. Yeah, this character doesn't have... I didn't give him a open lock item yet. I really should get him one, but I haven't yet. Yeah, the gate didn't open because somebody didn't die yet. Probably disappeared and will be back. There we go. One of the ways I tested these builds is I ran the first quest, Feast and Famine on Elite. And I wanted to see if it would work. Well, here's the quest itself, but we're going to stick to the right because we need to get the quest giver first. Yeah, but out of all the builds, this is probably the most straightforward, simplest build itself. As much as it is a shame that I'm not using like all the stuff that I get from the monk tree, it's still overall just like probably the most straightforward build. I can get to take the rope down without actually, elevator down without actually killing things. Yeah, but you might not have Blade Forge or whatever. Of course, you can make a totally designated builds, but whatever. Level them up and everything, but why? probably can open this lock, but again. Oh, I got it. First try. Just for the collectible. Again, like I said before, I don't need to go through gates, not to these locked doors. Okay. The quest giver's up here. Just walk around this entire island and it'll eventually get up there. Or you can shortcut right over here if you jump next to this crack and up over here. You can get up like this. Got the quest. Okay, be very careful when you come down. You don't slide and fly off the island. Also, there's a quest. There's a guy over there who gives you a key. Blue Aldbar Magi with the bear chest, who basically gives you a key that will allow you to do a shortcut. Shortcut will allow you to go through this door and fight a whole bunch of oozes, pull 2 switches, swim up through a tunnel, and you'll end up inside of the fortress. But we're just going to stick to the right. The key costs you money. I mean, pennies, but whatever. But there's the quest right in front of us. I cast a spell and I summoned an ogre. That's what it looked like. Yeah, the reason I keep on selecting myself first before I cast the whatever it's called, elixir thingy, is because if not, they'll just fling it at the wall or something. I'll take your key. I'm not strong enough to break it down. This is nonsense. Oh well. Let me try something for a second. I do have a pet. Come on, go attack the door. Nah, whatever. This guy sends you back to the quest giver. Luckily for us, saved the whole walk back. I guess we're forced to do the underwater tunnel thing. Okay. Quarry Forge Key, thank you. Once you pull the switch, that's when all the oozes come. Could be it's when you open up the gate. I mean, you have to pull both. Yeah. Black pudding galore. I don't want to fight all this nonsense. Let's get out of here. Again, if I had like a simple potion of bull's strength or something like that, I probably could break the door. Yeah, that was it. The other side of the door. Okay, let's do the quest. Again, casual.
You enter the sprawling compound. Alert for Kolafam and his minions.
I hope I can break these doors, if not I'll have to... Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, so this quest basically is... You got a long hallway and you got left and right where basically you need to get like a crest or something to open up the door, okay? So it doesn't make a difference if you go left or right, but still, when it does make a difference, we're gonna go right. Right now all I'm doing is trying to get the crest, and that's it.
The trio of battles.
Also, just to notice, I get the ability to add Adamanted Bypass and also Bisect, or whatever it's called, Bypass for the Mind Flayers. I mean, I can pick one or the other, but yeah, I have both options. Okay, we're here for this crest. And again, I apologize for the fact that I don't have any speed boost. If you're playing a build who doesn't have enough strength for the doors, you can always pick the locks, but I haven't got myself a lock-picking item yet, so I'm forced to break only. I mean, I could easily get myself a stack of +5 Thieves Tools from my alt, or from my main actually, but whatever. I went with only with what I found. Trying to stay true to the simplicity, and basically I'm trying to make a point that it's, you don't really need a lot in order to learn these quests and do the flagging, which is the ultimate goal over here. Just become familiar. Once you're familiar with the quest, you'll know. But left or right, you go right. A whole bunch of traps over here.
This hall of traps is used to test the ogre's reflex. Large
Here there's a
stone
like
blocks
puzzle
line the
stamping on these
hallway.
things, whatever.
Each
Forget it.
one appears sturdy enough to bear an ogre's weight. One false move and these spikes will skewer you. Searing bolts of flame whistle past your head.
Okay.
A dirty and drunken ogre stands before you. His disheveled
Here we need to pick
appearance
up this
belies
the
the
second
cunning
crest.
gleam in his eyes.
Plus, there's a key that allows us to get past the gate. You don't have to pick up the key, you can just walk back the way you came, but why? Yeah, so we stepped in like this. If you'd have gone straight to the right, you would have ended up going through here first. Then found out that this is stuck and you'd have to come here. And yeah. Okay, got the two crests.
The door to the north is sealed.
Finished
You'll need to
first
find a
part of
way to
the
unlock
map. Okay, this walkway down over here is full of ogres. And if you click the switch, well, you turn on the blender. Well, once you turn on the blender, you should probably not walk down the stairs yourself. Instead, you can jump down. I think the place where you disable it is over here. But whatever. I don't have spot or search. This is the hallway of death. When you do this on Elite for the first time, you're not expecting it. Okay.
His troops from
This room has 4 exits.
Beside him
1, 2,
stands Lord Istharan,
3, 4.
Illithid leader.
Which one do you think we're going to leave from? The one on the right. But first, let's kill all this stuff in the middle.
The Taskmaster spurs his troops into action with a fierce battle cry.
Just for the sake of the orientation, you'd be standing here at the top, and we're gonna, well, stick to the right. As soon as we step in here, again there'll be an intersection. Again, we're gonna go to the right. Are you sick of me saying go to the right? Look where we've ended up. We've ended up on the top of this area where they were standing before and shooting us. You don't have to kill all this stuff, but it starts again. Dungeon alert is a real problem. Especially now they added purple dungeon alert. Okay, one long hallway. Now, left and right over here, these are just little dead rooms. If you did stick to the right, you just keep on going in a room and coming out, turning right, and just hugging this wall. You'd still make it in and out, but no need to.
The ogre captain's look of surprise turns to rage as you storm into the sauna.
Yeah, we storm into the sauna and we steal the key for the prison. I love looting all their trash that they're keeping. Oh, look at that. These scroll. If only it dropped like rare scrolls and stuff. Oh wow, throwing daggers. Okay, we can walk the whole way back, but we just basically need to get back to the center room. If we would walk the whole way back, so we would eventually come out of here. And then again, you would stick to the right, and you would end up over here. So yeah, I've saved you some time, but again, if you're not sure, stick to the right, you'll end up here, don't worry. Intersection, go right. There is, however, an optional chest over here to the left. So no, it's not necessary. You don't have to come here, but whatever. The loot hoarder and me can't give up on it. So yeah, coming up this hallway, go right. And now we're presented again with one of these places where we have left or right and a center. Right in front of us again will be a locked door with 2 crests. And again, just like at the beginning part, doesn't make a difference if you go right or left first. You have to do both sides, so. We got our shrine, just in case you haven't already. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you. Which one don't I have yet? Cold. Okay, the traps over here are activated by the ogres. The ones who are standing next to it are the traps. Basically, you kill them, and it disables the trap.
A shaman stirs from his trance, muttering and whispering dark oaths in an ancient tongue.
Die.
The force blast is shut off once his controller is killed. Fires die out with no one left to stoke them into a blaze.
They get on my nerves with trying to do things, and all I need to do is loot the chest, but they're gonna continuously attack me. Collectible. I think this is just loot. The one with the crest is over there. Okay, got 1 crest. Let's go do the other side. Speed of reconstruct basically gives you a bit of a haste boost.
The prison door is locked shut.
We can fight all the guards, or we can make them fight the prisoners.
The entire cell block can be unlocked using that wall. The cell
by
doors
turning off,
swing
by
open,
opening up all the gates.
freeing the wild men inside. Wild screeches are soon followed by shouts of
Back of this room we have the
above.
second crest, so there we go. You can go around the block. Go back the way I came. Just a square with rooms. Ogres generally win. But sometimes the wild men can defeat one ogre or something. Okay, and now we're at the end. That's it. This is it.
The door to the north is sealed. You'll need to find a way to unlock it.
Coward.
Van's slaves screech and howl, hungry for blood and a chance to plead their master. The ogres stomp the ground, uttering war chants in praise to their leader. Van stands alone, his royal guard nowhere to be seen. Come closer, let us talk. says. Without warning, the guards appear from pools of shadow. Our lives for the Khan, they cry. The sounds of power.
Did I kill everybody in the Royal Guard? No, I missed something.
Holafan's voice is
Okay.
a choking whispers as life fades.
You are too late.
I want to see if this door... This is an optional, just objective. I want to see if it's
The
open.
door to the caverns
Yes, it is.
sealed against intruders.
Before I remember, before the final...
You see a pile of ogre skulls.
the final... what's it called?
The skull is
What's it called?
heavy and
Mind Flayer.
ridged with
There was
bony
behind his
fissures.
throne, there was something over
The
there, like
skull is gouged
an
out,
idol.
revealing its hollow interior.
Yeah. This figurine is what you get from the quest with the slaves, and this is what you get from this quest. Okay, behind the throne, get the treasure room. The treasure room is full of
Treasure
trash.
hoard seems
Look at this.
woefully mundane for someone of his status.
Yeah, it's an insult, basically. However, he has a secret door over here. I don't think I can find it. I'll try again. Come on. Something with spot. I have nothing with spot. Rats. I guess we buy something from the DDO store. True seeing. I think better work. Well, worked. Ready to get my items for the
It
Texicadora.
seems that the other treasure vault was just a decoy, designed to protect the Khan's true wealth.
Yeah, these are where the two chests are, and these are very important to loot because you can get a mask of the Royal Guard, who basically gives you a teleport clicking that is invaluable. So you really, really want it. Of course, I would re-roll the chest for it, if not for the fact that I'm doing this on casual, so I already have a very low chance. So re-rolling is not a good idea. Yeah, we need to return the quest. So as I mentioned before, well, if you go down over there, it's a dead end because the gate's locked. Once you make it out into this open area, you see the guide right over there before you have to go anywhere. Talk to him. Complete our quest. Whatever. Done. Now we should have both halves of the sigil, which is basically our flagging. And for the love of God, please don't throw them out. It's already twice I've helped somebody flag this quest. 2 different times where players looked in their bag and like, hey, what is this piece of trash, and threw it out after you finish flagging. So here are the 2 halves. There's broken sigil and there's shattered sigil. Once you've completed that, you can now talk to this guy over here. And you tell him to, can you help me assemble the sigil, Delcourt? There you go. Now you've got a sigil of the Delcourt, and now you are completely flagged. Okay, so now let's just get to the quest. If you remember from before, as I said, the way to the quest is, well, all right takes you to the slaves, one left takes you to Twilight Forge. So that's what we're gonna do. You do one left and then all right. Okay, while we finish up this video, I'll propose to you a offer. Here's our first intersection, and we're gonna go left. The offer is like this. I still need to record the Twilight Forge raid solo. Which character would you like me to see doing it? So I guess I'll put a community post, and I guess you can vote on which one you want me to see do it. I might do it with all 3 and maybe post the extra ones for founding members or something. Maybe. But if I had to choose only one and make that would be like the video that I show off, which one do you think would you like to see? I was about halfway through the raid with the Pale Master one, and the DDO servers came down. They were closed on Thursday, so I was like, ran out of time. But yeah, since then I've made the other 2 characters, and well, I'll get you to choose. So here we go. Second intersection already. We already went one left, so this time we're gonna go right. Again, intersection, but we're only going right. Now to get past this guy, there's 2 ways to do it. There's either to talk to the ogre over there, or brute force. So brute force it is. If you haven't got one of the quest items, which is the skull or the filigree or the idol, here's how you do it. Oh, great. You see this action? So cool, right? Where are you? Got him. I don't care, I'm blind, I'm still gonna kill him. Come on. I know you're there. Nailed it. Who's shooting me? 3 seconds, I'll see. Yeah, I should get potions with remove blindness. Okay, so this is, well, one way to do it. Just fight it. Or you would go to this guy over here and you would talk to him. And, well, I can't convince him, but I can give him the ogre skull and he'll drop the ladder for me. I gave him the ogre skull from Golafan. This basically brings me, well, right past that door to here. Again, we can do the fight. Just like before, you gotta kill every single one of them. I don't want to sound like a foreboding, but I hope none of them cast anything on me. Rats. And now we wait for him to come back. Another one of them is vanished. There's it too. Okay, so I can either go through here, or this time, to talk to this guy, I can give him the figurine. I paid up with my figurine. He's only like one-time use. And you know what? One of the rare encounters is in this hallway, which is such BS, because if you don't find him in the one time you happen to have a figurine, well, you're not going to get that rare encounter. You're going to have to run the quest again just to get a figurine so you can come down this locked hallway. Yeah, you would come up through there normally. And finally, we reached at Twilight Forge. Just for the record, if you want to just get here, once you've flagged once and you have the sigil, you can use Greater Teleport. Usually people stand to go into Heroic Tempest Spine, cast Greater Teleport, and you just end here. You don't have to walk anywhere, so. Cool. Okay. And here's how you get into the Twilight Forge. You say, show the sigil, then you relax, and that lets you in. And no, I'm not going to be doing the Twilight Forge this minute. That's for next time, depending on which character gets voted on. Hopefully. Anyway, that's it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you all in my next video. Bye!